So a very good afternoon from Melbourne Park, the home of Chelmsford City, where Truro City are once again making history as they walk out for their very first taste of conference level football in this Blue Square Bet South match against what has been suggested was a very strong opposition. Indeed, the Chelmsford manager Glenn Pennyfather has said that this is his strongest ever squad that he's put together as the club bid for promotion in his fourth time of asking, with no fewer than 14 new signings made in the past couple of months, and just 4 start today that were here at Chelmsford last season. Palmer to take it for Chelmsford, to David Rainford. Rainford knocks it across to Nunn, then inside to Corcoran, but Martin shuts him down quickly. Ash then comes out of that challenge strong. Affle fouled by Rainford. Rainford suggesting that there's a bit of stamping by someone there. This is getting out his first yellow card of the afternoon. David Rainford, the Chelmsford skipper, and one of 4 players, only 4 that have been retained by the club. Barry McConnell. Hales and Clark go up together. It falls nicely to Watkins. Watkins shot there, had to have a crack, but a little bit too quick perhaps, and run across the face of the goal. Nunn to Rainford, back to Nunn, towards Ibb. Ibb holding off Pugh, and then he puts it out, passes out to Whiteley on this right side. Nunn overlapping, and he's the man who gets the ball, crosses it early. Falls nicely for Whiteley, but he's scuffed his shot, and then it's an effort by Sam Corcoran, which just went wide of the left upright of Tim Sandicum's. So a good chance they're going astray for the home side. Clark takes a free kick to Corcoran. Corcoran moves forward, using the space in towards Ibb to Cornell, and it's a good block by Sandicum on the number 6, David Rainford. That's a good move forward by Chelmsford. As Truro try to put the pressure on the home side now for a few minutes. They've been under the cosh these opening few minutes of the second half, but it's Truro now pressing forward through Andy Taylor to Barry Hales. Hales turns and shoots with his left, and it's a good save by Stuart Searle, having to dive to his right. Hales just having a chance and a time there on the edge of the box to turn to his left, swiveled and shot, but a great save by the home keeper Stuart Searle. Sandicum with the free kick. Hales gets up well. Les Affle on the end of it. Got Nunn to take on, and now another. It's Whiteley, but it comes off Whiteley. Affle gets it again. Hales can't get on the end of it though, and it's cleared by corner, but not the best of clearances. Now Truro win a free kick. Ash is fouled. And it's a yellow card for Rainford and a red. His second yellow of the afternoon. Just a little bit late there going in on Jake Ash. Warrants a yellow card, and that's his second one. And so referee, no hesitation, is showing a red to the Chelmsford skipper, David Rainford. McConnell with a throw into Marcus Martin. Back to the number 2. Plays a 1-2 with Taylor. Cross towards Smith at the far post. Smith keeps it in well. Challenged by Nunn. Back to Scott Walker. Smith to Ash. Ash has a shot. Comes off a Chelmsford defender, and it's a corner. Corner taken by Taylor to Walker. Walker takes on one. Little cross in towards Watkins, but and it's a great shot and a great goal by the substitute Dan Smith. 34 minutes into the second half, and out of the blue, a shot which went across the face of the goal, and keeper Stuart Searle had no chance to stop that one. Truro City 1-0 up against Chelmsford. Good bit of pressure here by Chelmsford as on the number 12. His effort's just tipped away by Sandicum. So Cliff Akarang, the substitute, toe poke at goal, which Sandicum diving to his right to just touch it away. Then eventually a corner is given away by the defence. Kick by Searle goes over Clay, and McConnell knocks it back towards the keeper, putting Sandicum under pressure. Akarang went in with a foot a little bit high, but the keeper had to clear his lines. Game And at the moment, they're looking as if it's 3 points from the first game. And that's a long ball forward by Sam Corcoran, which Sandercombe very coolly collected right under his crossbar on the goal line. And there goes the full-time whistle. So history being made. Truro City's first ever game in conference level, but also they come away with 3 points. A vital goal coming in the 79th minute of the second half. Substitute Dan Smith out of the blue really, but it was a shot struck with power and accuracy, and it went into the far corner of the net, giving the Chelmsford keeper Stuart Searle no chance whatsoever. Great performance, a great result. Chelmsford City 0, Truro City 1.
I mean, it's fairy tale stuff, isn't it? I mean, first game in the Southern Conference, away from home against a really strong Chelmsford City team, who I have absolutely no doubt will be in the top 3 this season. And we've come away with a fantastic victory. What a game. What an unbelievable game.
And before the game, I mean, Chelmsford made, 14 signings during the pre-season. A lot of people were saying you're coming up here for a really tough match. And to come away with 3 points, what were you thinking before the game, though?
Yeah, you look at other, the squads and the players they've signed. You think, wow, we could be in a little bit of trouble. But this club has been built on solid foundations of togetherness and a team spirit. And a lot of these players in our team now have been here many, many years now. And that togetherness you can't buy. It takes years to build a squad like we've built, and it shows today when you've got a group of players together willing to fight for everything. You can get a result.
And the game itself was fairly tight, wasn't it? 0-0 half-time, with neither side really forcing too many saves out by the keeper. But the goal itself, you were right behind it.
Amazing goal from Dan. I mean, he's hit that a peach, hasn't he? And the goalkeeper, he just didn't have a chance. He hit it so hard and quick. And, I'm just speechless. I've lost for words. I never thought this would happen. And here we are, first game in the Southern Conference, away from home, winners, clean sheet. It's as good as it gets.
Got to be a win bonus for everyone as well.
I'll get a Mars bar tonight.
but finally, long trip home, obviously. But how quickly do you start thinking about the next match?
Well, it's Tuesday night, home to Eastleigh. Straight away, Lee will be thinking about that. We try and keep our feet on the ground always, and that's the key to success. Don't get too carried away. And it's a long season. Fantastic result today, and let's look forward to Eastleigh.
As the two teams come out, it's a warm welcome from Truro Road for a new season in a new league as Truro step up yet another level, this time into the dizzy heights of conference football. Blue Square bets south to be precise. Chelmsford have already been taken care of with that glorious Dan Smith goal on Saturday, clinching with 3 points and getting the White Tigers off to a flying start. Tonight it's the turn of Eastleigh, who will no doubt be out to quickly forget their 2-0 home defeat against Basingstoke. It's no surprise that City are unchanged, whilst Eastleigh's manager, ex-Leeds United Ian Baird, has made 3 changes, one of which is the goalkeeper. Let's hope we get to see him in action early on. As he knocks it to Walker, who quickly, first time to Affle. Affle cuts inside. Martin wants it, he's got it. Then out to Taylor. Taylor's cross in, and Watkins gets a header, but it's a great save by Barfoot. Still Hales in possession in the box. Can he turn? Watkins again with a shot, and this time he does score. No mistake, 9 minutes on the clock. He was defied by a great save by Barfoot a second ago, and then volleys into the roof of the net. Truro 1, Eastleigh 0. Taylor with the corner, up goes Jake Ash, but couldn't get enough head on it, and goes across and off for a goal kick. Ash and Jamie Brown clash there, and it's a free kick to City, which won't be taken though until referee Daniel Cook from Gosport has a few words with the offender. Slabber shot, and from this angle, difficult to tell how close that was, but that's a sign that Eastleigh are not out of this game yet. Kick by Barfoot. One by Slabber, headed on to number 7 of Eastleigh, who dinks it into the penalty area, and it's a shot by Danny Smith that was blocked on the line. Great defending by City. McConnell with a throw. Slabber in possession, gets the cross in, and it's a good effort by Andrew White, which had to be tipped away by Sandercombe. Ash to Walker to Watkins. Watkins side down by Brown. Now this could be interesting. Jamie Brown already having had a yellow card after just 13 minutes. Just a word to the number 4 there, so I think Brown might have got away with that one. Slabber for Eastleigh. Good cross comes in, far post, and it's there at the far post is Andrew White, who equalises for the visitors. Cross coming in from Jamie Slabber, high and deep, and it's Andrew White at the far post who headed into the top corner. Number 2, Billy Sofolos towards Slabber, but won by Pugh, but only as far as Eastleigh's goal scorer Andrew White. Takes on Adams on his left foot. It hits the post and comes a long way back out, but that was very, very dangerous. Watkins on the ball, back to Walker. Cross along the ground to Hales. Hales picks it up first, and an effort towards goal. And in fact, the referee, Mr. Cook, has given a penalty. Challenged by the keeper on Hales, which from a distance, difficult to see how much contact was made, but certainly the skipper, Tom Jordan, having a few words with the referee, but the referee, to his credit, didn't hesitate, immediately pointed towards the spot. Scott Walker with the penalty, and it goes under the goalie, and it's a goal to the home side, Truro City. The White Tigers back in the lead, 12 minutes into the second half, and a penalty given away for a foul on Barry Hales is knocked home by number 3, Scott Walker. With Brown as Ash now breaking for Truro. He's got Watkins making a run on the right. Ash is going all the way, and a great shot which was saved by the keeper Barfoot. Crosses towards the far post. It hits a crossbar. Sam Wilson with a header, the substitute. The ball just lofted up into the air, but over the keeper Sandercombe, but onto the Truro crossbar. And there goes the final whistle. 3 minutes of added time is all over, and Truro City go marching on to their second win of the season. Maximum points, 6 points from 2 games. Scott Walker, the man in the second half, to get the winning goal 12 minutes into the game, went into the second half, when a foul on Barry Hales meant that Walker walked up to the spot and knocked it home from 12 yards out. Truro City 2, Eastleigh 1.
The boys are giving absolutely everything at the moment. They're giving it their maximum, and everyone involved. I've even said to the boys tonight, the subs, I apologise for not putting you on, but I wasn't too sure when to make changes and that. And the boys held out strong tonight, and that's a fantastic win from our point of view.
And a great start, Annie Watkins, after 9 minutes. You must have thought you're off to a good one.
Yeah, what a finish it was. I think we had a couple of little half sniffs early on, and Andy Watkins has got hold of that. He's hit a cracking volley that's flew into the top corner, and that sort of like helped us along. But again, we've still had to clear a couple off the line, and it was a very close encounter, which was exactly the same as Saturday.
To be fair, you didn't have too many chances after that, and that told, didn't it, with that equaliser right in the closing seconds of the first half?
Yeah, I was disappointed. I went in at half time and I told them so, that I felt there was too many crosses coming into the box, and the last one, 30 seconds to go, and free crosses coming into the box, and their boys got on the end of it. So I was really bitterly disappointed, and all the boys were as well. But we come out second half, showed the fighting spirit, and well done Scotty Walker for stepping up and putting it in the back of the net.
Never any doubt, was there?
Never any doubt, no, totally.
And Andy Watkins, a little bit concerned that we saw him going off, perhaps feeling his groin.
Yeah, he just says he felt something in his groin, so it's just precautionary. We take him off and give someone the opportunity to go on. Hopefully it will settle down over the next couple of days. I haven't really spoken to him enough because I was concentrating on the game too much. So we'll see how he is over the next couple of days.
You mentioned on Saturday it's going to be a long slog. You mentioned it's difficult to bring or decide when to make substitutions. In a game like that, you must be thinking all the time, what do I do?
Well, that's it. I'm talking to my assistant. I'm talking to Debba, me and Newts, and we're chatting. Shall we change it? Shall we not? Everyone's coming up with different ideas, and we decided to, it's a case of shall we stick, shall we twist, and we decided to stick tonight. And like you say, it's come out. Les was causing them a lot of problems. Andy Watkins was causing a lot of problems down the sides, and Les run his heart out tonight. And it was a case of shall I bring him off and put another midfielder on, but I think if that would have happened, they would have just threw more on up front, which makes us go a lot deeper. So there's a lot to think about tonight, and hopefully it was a really enjoyable game to watch. And to have 6 points from the first two games is absolutely brilliant.
Of course, we're all talking about championships now.
No, a long way to go. I've set my boys a target first 6 games, and they're doing brilliant at the moment. So it's always nice to win your home matches as well, and to get something away. And the fans, again, I like to thank them. They play their part. You can hear them cheering away and getting behind the boys, and it was brilliant again. Hopefully they'll all turn up, and even more so for Dover on Saturday.
Welcome once again from Truro, where this afternoon we should be treated to a real feast of top-class football as Truro City 6th in the Blue Square Bet South meet the early league leaders Dover Athletic. After 2 games, the two sides are both boasting 100% playing records, but while Truro have perhaps been a little fortunate to have won both theirs, Dover have done it in real style, notching 4-0 wins in both their games, home to Dorchester last Saturday and then at Thurrock on Tuesday evening. The team news from Truro is that their front two are missing. Hales and Watkins are both injured. This means home favourite Stuart Yetton makes his first league appearance of the season. Let's hope he can do it in real style and add to his amazing goal tally. That's Truro City versus Dover Athletic. And Danny Clay on the ball for the White Tigers, into Les Affle. Affle turns, good turn. Martin's on his left, but Affle going all the way, and that's a free kick on the edge of the box. And Truro City players frustrated with that challenge. As far as Baker, good ball towards George Purcell. Purcell being shut down by Adams, still the number 10 for Dover on the ball. Across to the number 7, Harry Baker, and a good effort on goal there. Affle. Taylor, ball towards Yetton. Sharkey with a touch back to Hook. Ash still on the ball. Ash's turns an effort towards goal. Andy Taylor now, the little chip towards the goal, but over the crossbar as the referee immediately blows for the physio to come on for treatment to Dover's keeper Lee Hook. Marcus Martin, Affle, can he make that quick run? Goes towards Affle, Affle's pace against Winter. Winter moved across Affle, it's another free kick. He's got his hand in his pocket, but perhaps he's checking as to which card he's got in which pocket. And in fact, it's a red card. Walker's throw to Yetton, back to the thrower, then volleys it towards Les Affle. Affle on his own at the moment, comes inside and goes over and is appealing for the penalty, but referee having nothing on that occasion. Ash inside to Marcus Martin. Yetton making a run, and that's the run into his path, but good play by Starker there, blocking off Yetton. Yetton goes into the substitute goalkeeper Kittredge by accident, I believe, although the Dover players having a few words with the referee, Mr. Swaby. 2-man wall, Taylor and Clay. Goes over them, and it's a header which wasn't too far away from Billy Bricknell. play. Good play as Trio move forward. Les Affle on the ball now, taking on the... and it's there, it's a shot by Marcus Martin eventually. Affle making a good run at the Dover defence. It fell nicely to Martin, not the hardest of shots. And I have to say, Ross Kittredge, the Dover substitute goalkeeper, making a mess of things as it rolled over him eventually and into the back of the net. Churl 1-0 up. Into Taylor. Taylor nicely played to Les Affle. Les Affle crosses it towards Stuart Yetson. Yetson back to Martin, but Martin's left-footed effort not hit cleanly and over the bar. Truro moving forward now. Martin, Affle runs offside. Yetson going the other way, and it's Yetson who, good tackle by Hugh, but it ball rolls nicely to Affle. Affle shot, and just wide of that upright. Kittredge was following the ball. Didn't get a touch to it, but a good effort by Les Affle. Approaching 5 minutes of stoppage time now as Ross Kittredge takes this goal kick. And there is the final whistle. Mr. Swaby blows the final whistle, and it's another win for City. The vital goal coming after 58 minutes where Marcus Martin made the most of a run from Les Affle. The ball fell nicely to Martin. His shot, not the strongest of shots, but somehow finding the net after substitute keeper for Dover, Ross Kittredge, made a mess of it, and the ball ended up in the back of the net. Cities go marching on, 100% record still intact. Truro City 1, Dover Athletic 0.
Yeah, very hard game, and they've come into the game with 2 good wins as well. I think 4-0 and 4-0, so we knew we was in for a tough game today. And to be fair, I thought we played really well first half and second half, and I thought we deserved the win actually.
First half, of course, 2 talking points. The fullback being sent off, Tom Winter.
Yeah, I think the ball was... Les wasn't really going to get the ball, so I think they can count themselves a bit unlucky with the sending off. It was a clumsy tackle from the left back, however, but I think justice was done with it. I think 10 minutes earlier, Les went through it, and I felt the last man, it was a last man previously. So I think in the end, I think 1 red card was right for them.
Half-time talk, you're a man up. How did Lee Hodges put the game to you?
He wanted to keep the formation the same, just because of how well we played in the first half. So we just asked for more of the same, really. He was thinking of maybe going 2 up top, because we played one up top with me just in behind Les. And but because of how well we played in the first half, he felt he wanted to continue with that. And then that was pretty much the talk, really.
And of course, then that goal, 58 minutes, and a certain Marcus Martin.
Yeah, pleased to get the goal and pleased to get the win, really. And Les just come across the box and took a slightly bigger touch, like he would normally do. And I thought I'd take it before he swung his lefty and just hit it away from the goalie and just crept in off the post, I think, in the end.
Not the strongest of shots, though.
No, not strongest, and I think maybe the goalie could have done better to save the ball. But it was always going away from him, and just pleased it went in the end for us.
I have to mention soon after that, you had a left-footed effort.
Yeah, well, less we talk about the better, probably. Now just come over, supporting Les again. He set cross slightly in front of me. Yetsi back to me, and to be honest, I should have put it away, and it just went over. But I would have been a bit gutted if they had gone and got an equaliser, because really that should have closed the game off.
Yeah, overall, Dover came into the game top of the league, but really, they didn't cause you too many problems, did they? No,
they didn't. I mean, I can't really remember too many great chances they had. Maybe they had 1 or 2, but I can't remember them. So a Tim in goal wasn't really tested. But they look like, you can see they really want to pass the ball. Like to pass the ball, but I think the way we've matched up against them today, they found it difficult. Three
wins out of 3 games. Did you really expect Truro City to be, well, let's face it, could be top of the league tonight?
We knew we had a tough start. First 5-6 games, it would be really tough. And we weren't thinking about being top at that time. We're just thinking about playing the games and performing well. And then with that, so far we've got maximum points, and we'll just go from here now.
With 3 wins in 3 games, Truro City find themselves accommodating themselves into Blue Square Bet South football as if they've been playing it all the time. Tonight we're at Salisbury, where of course last season's memories of a 6-0 massacre City put on Salisbury will be well in the memories of all the supporters here. Let's hope it doesn't go against the White Tigers, as tonight they have to make just a couple of changes. Barry Hales is still out injured. Andy Watkins is on the subs bench, not being risked. to start the game. And so Lee Hodges, manager of the White Tigers, has plumped with the side that started the match Saturday against Dover at Trew Road. Danny Clay inside to Ash. Early ball towards Martin, but Ash is fouled, and another free kick to City in a dangerous area. And Wall is right between him and it's a goal. Scott Walker with the free kick. Keeper Goff obviously didn't line his wall up as good as he should have done. Near post, Walker gets the goal. Goff concedes. Salisbury 0, Truro 1. Ruddock with the throw to Kelly, back to the number 2. Kelly unable to cross, that's good shutting down by Truro's Clay and Walker. And then eventually it's inside to Anderson. Again he's forced back. Callum Hart takes it on for Salisbury now. Into Daniel Fitchett, and the penalty is there. Fitchett was leaning on the defender, but referee Mr. Breakspear having no hesitation in giving the penalty, and also now looking as if he's giving a yellow card to Truro's Steve Adams. Jake Reed shaping up to take the penalty for Salisbury. This could be his first goal of the season, but let's hope Tim Sandercombe can guess right. Which way is he going to go? Well, he drove that one into the right hand side of the net as the number 10 was looking at Tim Sandercombe. After 14 minutes of play, it's Salisbury 1, Truro 1. Reed in the action again. Taking on Pugh, gets past Pugh, but a good challenge by Pugh this time, a good clean fair one. Has to give away the corner, but it's pressure from Salisbury. Fitchett for Salisbury, trying to get Reed into the action, but it falls nicely to Adam Kelly. Challenged by Adams. Kelly goes past Sandercombe, but good play by Aaron Pugh there. Got back and cleared the ball as it was rolling towards the goal. Luke Ruddock to take the free kick. It's along the deck to Reed, out to Kelly. Little clip in before to the far post, which Giles was saved by Sandercombe, and then the cross came in by Dutton, and it's a corner to Salisbury. Taylor with the corner. Over Ash. Martin gets header on goal. It's cleared off the line. Still not out of the box yet though, as Salisbury head the ball across their own box. Taylor with a shot. Anderson inside to Ruddock. And to Kelly. Kelly to Knight. Back to Addlesbury. Reed is at the far post, but Addlesbury shoots. And it's a goal there. Sandercombe misread that shot. It's a goal from the number 4 Salisbury, Benjamin Addlesbury. 33 minutes on the clock from long distance. Called out Sandercombe. Salisbury 2, Truro 1. Walker's free kick. Again towards goal. It's right into the 6-yard box. And the ball surely, no, it's not bundled in, but now it fell to Martin, but he couldn't get his feet together, and Salisbury break. Eventually can't get the ball through, but it falls nicely to Apple. Inside to Martin. Martin with a shot. Walker with a corner. Pugh with a header. Keeper misses it, but cleared off the line. Yatton goes up, and then cleared by Dutton.
To be fair to Salisbury, I thought they from the start they were looking at a 6-0 defeat last year, and from the start of the game I thought they probably dominated all the way through. They closed us down very early, a little bit like we saw on Truro against Dover on Saturday. Pressed everything, closed us down, stopped us from playing football, and they've done their job tonight.
But a great start. Scott Walker's free kick after 6 minutes gave you the lead.
Yeah, it's a great lead for us actually. Good free kick. You know, pitch was greasy tonight. Anything in front of the keeper, you know, is going to make it awkward for him, and it's a good free kick. And I thought, really, you know, if we can console ourselves for 10-15 minutes and maybe get another goal, the game could be over. But it was difficult tonight. They got a goal back quickly, which you know, was it a penalty or not? But at the end of the day, he's given it, and they converted it 1 each. And you know, then they get their second goal 2-1 just before half time. Really had a goalmouth scramble. Could have come back 2-2. But it wanted to be, and to be hand on heart. I think overall they deserve their 2-1 victory tonight. Lots of questions to be asked tonight. Perhaps the second goal, Sandercombe,
missing it?
Yeah, you think he's he's a big goalkeeper, but the lad has struck it really well. I think number 4 struck a great strike, and it went in the top corner, David, didn't it? And if you're just that little bit off your line, which I think Tim was, gone over the top of his head and bang in the top corner, 2-1. Good strike.
But other questions, not perhaps the options to change it by bringing on someone up front. Watkins, to me, not looking as if he's 100% fit.
No, I don't think he is, to be honest with you. I think it was just a gamble at the end of the last 15 minutes. If we needed him to come on, and maybe if we had to change the game, we could. But I think he pulled up again there. Just when he went down the left-hand side, slipped, and I think he's pulled up again. So it's not good news for us on that side of it. And with having Barry Hales out tonight, which great player, holds the ball up for us to bring midfield into, we just didn't have the options there, as you say, and we got what we deserved.
As you touched on at the very beginning, Salisbury wanted this one, didn't they, after last season?
Oh goodness me! I think they, I think that they were buzzing tonight as soon as they come off, come out onto that pitch. Even, the parts there of the first half, their number 9 ran about 40 yards. He's been up front attacking us, 40 yards back to him, and he made a tackle in his own area. So that just goes to show how hungry they were for it, and they did a fantastic job on us tonight.
Hello there and welcome to Wesley Park, home of Havant and Waterlooville, the latest stop on Truro City's fledgling Conference South campaign. Now the White Tigers have been licking their wounds this week after Salisbury City inflicted their first defeat of the season on Tuesday night, while the Hawks of Havant have certainly had their wins clips of late. They have now lost 3 consecutive games since winning at Boreham Wood on the season's opening day. The hosts consequently lie in 17th place. Truro sit 3rd, just 1 point behind Dartford at the table summit.
Havant and Waterlooville in their blue and white stripes. Truro City changed in grey for today. Team news for City sees 2 changes. Young Ed Palmer comes in at right back for his first start. He replaces Barry McConnell, while Joe Brawl comes into midfield replacing Jake Ash. Ash's ankle injury picked up at Salisbury in the week means he can only make the bench. The captain's armband, as a result, goes to young Marcus Martin. Not so young these days, but good news for City fans is Barry Howell's returned to the bench. Few early warning signs for Lee Hodges' boys. Back in again. Can Brian Barrett get on the end of it? He can. Looking lively here, Havant. Brian Barrett moves onto his right foot, takes on Palmer and beats him well. Brian Barrett goes close and it's converted. Goal for Havant, and it was Wes Fogden who took it in. Great Brian Barrett beat the debutant Ed Palmer with a bit of ease there. Squared it well. And it's Fogden who converted for Havant. And it's 1-0, just 2 minutes 40 on the clock. Bad start for Truro. As Walker clips it forward. Ashmore tries to get there, he doesn't get there. Pugh wins it, Martin's underneath. Shot from Taylor, but it's over. Not a bad chance that for Truro, they didn't deal well. Taylor now, clips to Affle, Affle back. Martin, space for Martin, shoots his left foot, excellent effort, but it's just narrowly wide. Better from Truro, they've come right back into the game. Get there, and Brian Barrett has space. Haven't seen much of him yet, apart from the assist for the goal, and he takes on Palmer again. Space for Brian Barrett, he takes on Palmer. Palmer doesn't get there, still Brian Barrett, chance now on his left foot. Barrett! Very narrowly wide, right across the face of the goal. They'd have expected danger from Craig Brian Barrett, joined from Farnborough this summer. When he gets those legs open, he's got pace to burn, and Palmer couldn't live with him again there. It's a 3-man wall for City, as Ramsey lines it up. Bean and co lurk for Havant in the box, but Ramsey does shoot. It's low, it's hard, and it's off the post. Fantastic effort from Steve Ramsey. Struck that awfully well. Must have been at least 35 yards. Well played, Brian Barrett to Wes Fogden on the right now. The Winkers linking up for Havant. Bit of space for Fogden, right foot ball. Adams can't get there. Excellent header. It's Scott Jones, the trialist. Well-met header off the underside of the bar. It was well worked from Havant to Waterlooville, and they've now earned a 2-0 lead. Fogden's cross. Scott Jones, the trialist, got there, and Tim Sandicombe a very little chance to save it. It's 2-0 to the Hawks, and Truro City have got a mountain to climb in this first half. 37 minutes on the clock. Hinshelwood out wide to Jake Newton though. Newton for Havant. Wes Fogden comes back. Ramsey's an option. Fogden goes out wide. Fogden to Newton. This is well worked. Jake Newton for Havant. Chance. Hinshelwood. And it's in. But the flag's up, ruling out Warren McBean's effort. It was well worked by Havant. Which Hinshelwood, was it a shot? Was it a cross? Who knows? But it found Warren McBean, who was in an offside position as he turned home. Let off for Truro. Jake Newton. Newton clips it forward for having appeals for throw, and that was very high on Aaron Pugh. I think it was an honest effort from Scott Jones, but that may have hurt Pugh, and he does indeed clutch his head. Scott Jones adjusts his hairpiece, the big blonde flowing locks. Okay, Ramsey lines this up. Hinchwood runs over. Ramsey's ball caused a few troubles there, seemed to bounce over Sandercombe, and I think the keeper had to see it wide. Corner ball it is. True. Foraging forward, it's up in the air as Newton heads it clear. Martin can't get there. Affle might be able to though. Back to Marcus Martin. Well blocked. Martin again. Narrowly wide. Danger for Havant there as Truro press forward. Marcus Martin on 2 occasions looking to add to his goal tally this season. It's Randy Taylor. Well worked. Yetton for Truro. Shots blocked. Excellent effort nearly from Joe Broad, but the block came in very timely. Feisty 50-50 going in there. It looked like 6 and 2 ones, but the red card comes out and Steve Ramsey goes off. They both flew into that. It's a 50-50 challenge and Ramsey hangs his head as the referee Craig Hicks wasted no time in getting in there and branching the red card. The Hawks are complaining. It's Danny Clay who's down, who's on the end of that one. Certainly a hefty crunch one in there. But Steve Ramsey sent off for Havant. They're 2-0 up, but they're down to 10 men and a chance for City to capitalise perhaps now. And Pearce. Brian Barrett finds Jones, who's onside. Jones against Sandercombe. Jones gets there first, and that's 3-0. And that's the second goal for Scott Jones on his full debut. The trialist from lower down the Football League order has his second goal of the day, and the 10 men of Havant have extended their lead to 3-0. Mountain to climb now for City. Pugh beats Fogden to the ball. Fogden stealing in though, and he beats Scott Walker to it too. Where's Fogden's away? Pugh in pursuit, but Fogden checks onto his left foot. And still, and a shot, it goes in! And it's young Perry Ryan from left back who grabs the fourth for the 10 men of Havant. The man recalled from a loan spell at Bognor Regis this afternoon, who took his place at left back for the hosts. He arrived right on cue there to dispatch Wegs Fosden's ball back into the far corner, and that's Havant to Waterlooville 4, Truro City 0. First change of the afternoon for City. It's Andy Taylor, the right midfielder, who's taken off late, and young Cody Cook gets his chance for last 5 minutes or so here at Wesley Park. Cook sets Yetton free on the right. Can they get a consolation, City? Good ball from Yetton. Will it reach Martin? It may do with the mix-up in there. Affle now. Brought down surely, and a penalty is indeed given. Penalty to Truro City and a chance for them to reduce this deficit as we walk into the final moments of this match. Walker for City. Dispatched well. Celebrations behind the goal among the Truro faithful. They enjoyed that. They've had their moment today.
Penalty for Truro in the 90th minute by number 3, Scott Walker.
And Scott Walker grabs his 3rd goal of the season to make it 4-1.
The boys are down, really down. You know, we're not used to getting turned over like that. It's happened probably in my 6 years here twice, maybe 3 times. So it hurts. Boys are used to winning. You know, we weren't at the races today, we know it. It's going to happen a few times this season, but at this level we're going to get punished, and we were punished today.
How important do you think the injuries were today? Obviously yourself missing after getting injured on Tuesday, Andy Watkins and Barry, of course. I guess that had a big impact for a fairly small squad like yours.
It had an impact on numbers. I don't think it had an impact on the performance. We've got enough boys out there to do a job today. I fancied us with the side that we had to go and win today. You know, we've got a lot of quality in the squad. It isn't the biggest squad in the league, but geography defines it's never going to be. But in terms of the quality that was out there today, we had more than enough. Obviously you want everyone fit and ready. You know, it wasn't the case today, but we had enough out there to win the game today, and that's why we're disappointed.
You said they had the bodies out there. Where do you think it was lost today? Do you think sort of not keeping it, not sticking up front, or just a bit more loose at the back? Where would you sort of pinpoint the main weaknesses today, Jake?
I think we were disappointed, and the gaffer was disappointed with second balls. I don't think we maybe picked up enough second balls across the pitch. I don't think we had the tempo and the intensity that you need at this level, and that we've built our success on the last 3 or 4 games. Just wasn't quite that sharpness, and I think that you know, when you go 2 down, when you go 1 down after 2 minutes or whatever it is, you know, it took a hit to the boys, and we just never really got going after that. So it wasn't so much areas; it was more just the general sort of way the game went, the way we responded to things as a team. It wasn't what we used to doing. You know, it was one of those days today.
Games coming thick and fast, of course. Dorchester on Monday, I believe. I guess it's another chance to put things right straight away, I'd imagine.
Yes, brilliant. You know, you want a game straight away after that. You know, you don't want to sit on that for a week, think about it, get down about it. You know, it's great to have a game Monday. Obviously, they're coming off the back of a defeat last night, so they'll be keen to get a result. So, you know, we'll be bang up for it Monday. We know we've got to be better. We know we've got to be sharper, and I'm sure we'll come Monday much more ready and much more at it.
Fitness-wise, do you fancy your chances of getting a start on Monday?
We'll see. It was better than I thought Thursday. I did the warm-up, and it didn't feel as good as I'd hoped it was going to. But you know, we'll see Monday. You know, if I get picked, brilliant. If it's not right, then again, we've got enough to get about and get the win. And to be honest, that's what it's all about. You know, that was horrible watching that for 90 minutes. I hated it. So yeah, I want to get out back out and help all the boys out, but. You know, we just need to get back to performance levels, and when the performance levels are there, I'm sure the results will come again.
Let's hope that ankle heals over the weekend. You could be back helping the lads on Monday. Cheers, thanks very much for joining us, Jake. Thank you very much.
Welcome once again to Truro Road for this August Bank Holiday Monday fixture against Dorchester Town. A fixture that Truro's manager Lee Hodges has described as massive after suffering 2 successive defeats. After starting the season with 3 straight wins, a midweek defeat last Tuesday at Salisbury was followed by a very poor display leading to a 4-1 reversal at Havant and Waterlooville on Saturday. Hodges is therefore looking for the players to bounce back. Jake Ash and Barry Hales are both back in after injury, and Barry McConnell comes in after being rested in that Havant match. Opponents Dorchester have had a slow start to the season with just 1 win in 4 games, the last game being a 3-1 home defeat to Eastleigh, who of course City have already beaten here at Truro Road. And it's still Truro in possession through McConnell, inside to Athol, lays it back to Martin. Martin, great shot, which is just palmed away by the keeper Simon Evans, but they do win the throw. McConnell, quick one to Les Athol. Athol crosses it, or in fact went for goal, but Evans palms it out. Martin's cross back in, and then it's still not clearly away by Dorchester. Marcus Martin now with a left foot volley. Throw in to the Magpies down that right flank. Dickinson back to Critchwell. His cross comes in, and that was a header by Chris Flood that really should have been in the back of the net. Truro lucky to get away with that one. Evans' clearance met by Deauville, but again Truro win it back. Taylor put play under pressure, but that tackle again by the number 6, who was only shown the yellow card 2 minutes ago. So what will the referee do on this occasion? But it is just a talk and a free kick to the home side. Dickinson's cross met by Flood, and a good save by Sandercombe. Kick to Truro. McConnell just inside the Dorchester half. Aimed towards Pugh. Pugh heads it across to Hales. Hales' header is just over the bar, and that's the closest Truro have been for a long time. Throw to Nichols, back to Critchwell. His ball into the box is headed away. Les Athol, header back to Barry Hales. Hales first time ball back to Truro's number 11. Takes on German, gets past 1, gets past 2. Little ball into Hales, but cleared by Gleeson. Ash gets the better of Walker on that occasion, but Steve Devlin now for Dorchester. Ball comes in towards number 9 Ryan Moss, and Aaron Pugh had to clear that ball. Plays a 1-2 in Martin. Cross comes in, and it's Ash at the far post, and a good save by Simon Evans, sticking out a leg, and it was a good move by Truro. Nichols back to the substitute Crittenden. Ball out left towards Flood. Moss at the far post. Ball comes in, but punched away by Sandercombe. Only as far as Steve Devlin. Devlin's shot. A great save by Sandercombe there. Devlin inside the flood. Now Ashley Nichols with a cross coming in, and it's at that far post. It's number 12, Nick Crittenden, who gives Dorchester the lead. 72 minutes on the clock. Quick throw by the visitors, and that telling ball fell nicely to Crittenden, who puts it in. Truro 0, Dorchester 1. He blows his whistle. Ash moves to take it over the wall, but a good save by Evans over the crossbar. One-handed save, but Dorchester clear. Now it's Clay lets the ball run through. Crittenden to make it. Oh, I was going to say to make it certain that they would go back up the motorway with all 3 points, but Truro City go down. Truro City 0, Dorchester Town 1.
Yeah, that's a game that I felt we shouldn't have got beaten. It was a tough one really, because the referee allowed it to happen. I spoke to him at half time and I said every time there's a foul, there's a free kick. It's taken at least 30-45 seconds for them to start the game again, which made it a very slow match. We like to get a quick tempo going. He allowed them to keep doing it, which causes a problem to the game, which makes it not a very interesting game for both teams. You know, the supporters have come here to be entertained, and they're just making it a very slow game. But if a referee says to one of their players straight away, here's a yellow card, it's not going to happen again. But that's down to him. I felt he got the decision wrong, where the boy should have got sent off. You know, the second foul was just as bad as the first, but again, I can't blame referees. It's down to us what we do on the pitch, and today we've underachieved again. You know, disappointed. Yeah, we've had 2 or 3 good chances, but Tim's made 2 or 3 good saves himself. So no, I'm bitterly disappointed.
Well, I suppose the question has to be, what can you do to put it right?
We'll put it right on a training pitch. That's what we'll do. We'll put it right on a training pitch. You know, Barry Hales has played today. He's not fully fit. Jay Cash has played today, he's not fully fit. Andy Watkins has played today, he's come on, he's not fully fit. You know, once we get these boys back to full fitness, I'm sure we'll move up that and get that win that we want.
And of course, a lot of people said after a great start, 3 wins in 3 games, now 3 defeats on the trot. Is it a question of getting new players in, or have you really got a good enough and a deep enough in strength squad here?
I probably haven't got a deep enough squad, but it's not easy non-league trying to pay people wages to sit on the stadium and watch you play football, because it's no good having a big squad when you're paying people to watch you play. You know, it doesn't add up. You know, we've got a small squad. I want a small squad. Possibly if we can get 1 or 2 in, that would be great on loan or whatever, but I'm not paying people to come and sit and watch us play. So no, I want to stick with a small squad, and if we can add anything to improve us, I will.
Maidenhead on Saturday. What are your thoughts going into that match?
Yeah, I haven't really thought about it. All my concentration was on today's game, and like I say, I'm bitterly disappointed we ain't got nothing from it. And then we'll focus on training on Thursday, then prepare a team to come out and win the game on Saturday.
You mentioned the crowd, and disappointing for them to come along and watch a game that's stop and start all the time with the tactics of the visitors. But I would have thought it was disappointing attendance here this afternoon, and what can you say to get some more in on Saturday and get behind Truro?
Yeah, I want the fans in, and today, you know, you always need the fans as your 12th man. Today I thought that was very quiet. You need them on your side. It wasn't until midway through the second half that you heard them. You need them from the word go. You know, you're trying to win every game. You're trying to climb that league, but if you need your fans on your side as well. And we've had 2 home wins, which was great, and an away win, and then yeah, we've lost a couple, but you know, you want fans to help you out and get through that little sticky situation. I don't think today that their voices wasn't there as loud as we have had in the past, and I hope everyone turns up Saturday and roars the boys on, and hopefully we can put in a performance that worthies victory.
Good afternoon from Truro Road for today's game between 10th placed Truro City and Maidenhead United, currently 5th in the table, but only 1 point ahead of the White Tigers after 3 wins and a draw from their 6 games. Truro will no doubt be desperate to stop their run of 3 straight defeats, and they've been boosted today with strikers Barry Hales and Andy Watkins and skipper Jake Ash all coming through a good training session on Thursday and showing all but full recovery from recent injuries. Today's team news confirms that, with Hales and Watkins renewing their partnership up front, and at the back Scott Walker replacing Ed Palmer at left back. Walker with the corner, far post, headed away by the fullback. Ash then heads it back towards Affle. Affle does well, gets it towards Martin. Oh, Watkins. Martin it was. Martin's shot, and not too far away. McConnell gets Wall. Wall gets there first. But Steve Adams wins it back for Truro. But now the break is on for Maidenhead. Worsford moving forward. Taylor to take on. Hendry screaming for it out on the right. It goes instead to the number 9 Williams. His shot is blocked and then cleared by Scott Walker. Good defending by Truro's number 3. Hendry with the goal, with the free kick, and in fact a free header there by Maidenhead's number 5 Lee Henry. Not a challenge, and perhaps should have done better with that kick. Hendry's short free kick, wins it back, and then out to Lizadi, into Powell. Good play by Williams, and an effort by the number 10 Martel Powell, which is really quite toothless really, but the shot along the deck by Martel Powell, his 4th league goal of the season, giving the visitors a lead after just the 2nd minute of the second half. Good play by Williams, ball forward to Powell, and then along the deck and into the far corner of the net. Truro 0, Maidenhead 1. And Maidenhead's Alex Wall, ball forward towards the number 9 Manny Williams. Williams comes inside to back to Alex Wall. Wall's shot and a great save by Sandercombe. Still in play though. Williams on the ball, and then a leg out from Palmer inside towards Brown, and Brown's effort comes off a Truro shirt, and it's a corner to the visitors. It is Maidenhead break now into the run of Williams across to the far post, and it was only inches away from Wall. Wall crashed into the upright there, attempting to get to that cross from Williams, but a good break by Maidenhead. Ash for Truro, back to Marcus Martin. Got space towards Walker. Walker inside towards Watkins. Plays a 1-2 with Watkins. Then the shot from Walker. A great shot, but a good stop by Lumley. Well, that was a good move by Truro. Scott Walker, Truro's top goal scorer at the moment. 3 goals. Can he add to that tally from this set, from this dead ball situation? Oh, hits the post, and Hales puts a rebound in. It's the equaliser. Maidenhead perhaps appealing for offside, but it was a great free kick from Scott Walker. Deserved to go in on his own, but it came up off the upright, and Hales was first to react. Truro back in this game now. Truro 1, Maidenhead United 1. Another chance for the number 2. It's Brown again. Brown inside towards Williams, steps over it, and then nicely came back to him, and the cross had to be blocked by Sandercombe. Walker with a kick. Oh, and that was a good effort from the skipper Jake Ash. Got up well, but his header just wide. Walker with a free kick. Pugh gets a header on the ball, appeals for a penalty, but still Watkins trying to dig the ball out. Pugh wins it. Ash knocks it back to Martin. Martin slices his shot, but suggesting that he was caught as he went to line up for that effort. Corner comes in. Lumley gets up at the near post, but Affle couldn't get there first as Brown comes away with the ball. Little ball to Williams. To Powell, out to Thomas. It's a good break by Maidenhead. Thomas on the ball, and the shot, and in fact it is in at the far post. Anthony Thomas, Maidenhead's top scorer, or equal top with Martel Powell on 4 goals now. That was a break, a deadly break out on the left side, and it was Tim Sandercombe who dived across the ball but couldn't prevent it going at the far post. So Maidenhead back in this game now, very much so on top. Truro 1, Maidenhead 2. Welcome back to Trieu Road and Blue Square Bet South football as Truro City meets Sutton United for the very first time this afternoon. Both sides moved up to this level after winning their respective leagues last season. Truro the Southern League and Sutton the Ryman League. and it's Sutton that have had the better of the starts with 4 wins and 2 draws from their 8 games so far. And they come into this game unbeaten in their last 3, fighting back from 2 goals down at Havant last week to earn a 2-2 draw. Truro left it late as well. Scott Walker scoring the winner at Boreham Wood in the 90th minute, which is probably why manager Lee Hodges has named an unchanged side for this afternoon's match. One player to look out for on the Sutton side, number 2, Paul Telfer, 500 Football League appearances, a Scottish international appearance, twice champions with Celtic in the Scottish League, and an FA Cup appearance when unfortunately Southampton went down against Arsenal. Sandercombe with the free kick towards Hales, beaten in the air by Page, and again it's Sutton moving forward. Harry Buterman's ball, but oh, Sandercombe missed kicks completely. Everyone expected the goalkeeper to clear that one. Long ball forward, which Craig Dundas will get on to. Taggart's coming into the box, so is Watkins, but he uses instead. Oh, and Walker on the goal line, they're having to push that ball away. Sandercombe's kick goes straight to Tony Taggart. Taggart, left-sided player, playing on the right at the moment. He crosses it with his right foot, and it's met by Buterman, and it's a beauty of a goal, I have to say. The number 8 coming in with a late run there, the cross by Taggart after 27 minutes, and it's the visitors' Harry Buterman with his 2nd goal of the season, giving Sutton United the lead. Truro 0, Sutton 1. Taylor's corner. Ash meets it, but back across the goal and off for a goal kick. Connell shut down. Taggart now on the ball again. Creator of the first goal. Moving forward. This time he passes to Craig Watkins. Watkins' shot is saved one-handed by Sandercombe. Hales, this time he does get past Page. Little ball towards Taylor, comes back to Hales, and then eventually to Les Affle. Affle gets inside that box, goes past one, and that's... Oh, that was cleared off a Sutton defender. It looks like Anthony Riviere. Truro perhaps claiming it might have been with a hand, but good defending by the visitors. Early ball forward, race between Dundas and Adams and the keeper. Dundas with his leg up and catching Sandercombe. Sandercombe's clearance being held up in the wind there as it falls nicely for Les Affle. Affle challenged by Riviere, gets past him and then has a shot, but ball coming off a Sutton player for a corner. As Truro start lively in the second half, kicking towards the clubhouse end. Martin making the most of Downer, missed kick to Andy Watkins. Andy Watkins just trying to place it perhaps to the side of Scriven, but no power and no direction. Sutton moving forward through Dundas. Dundas able to turn past Pugh, looking for a shot perhaps, but good sliding tackle by Adams. Walker with a kick. Again towards Hales. Hales with a header towards Andy Taylor. Martin going outside. Taylor went for goal and slowly but surely just wide of that left upright. Good header by Martin. Watkins to Hales. Hales goes past 2, comes inside towards the penalty box. Still Hales. It goes down and referee has given a free kick against Hales. Obviously for the dive, and immediately the yellow card was shown to the Truro striker. McConnell scoops his clearance and Griffiths heads the ball towards the Truro goal. Eventually it's a misunderstanding between McConnell, Adams and Sandercombe, and the goal is there. Number 4, Craig Watkins, giving Sutton a 2-0 lead. And perhaps one too far for Truro this afternoon on the performance so far. Met by Pugh, then an effort by skipper Sam Page, which hit the top of the Truro crossbar. Corner comes in, Scriven goes up, punches it, and headed out of danger for the moment. Cross comes back in. Pugh goes up over him. Page gets it away for Sutton, but at the far post, Marcus Martin is there, but the flag was off for offside. That will not count. And Truro still struggling to get this important first goal on the score sheet. Beautiful with the cross. Riviere on the ball, shut down by Adams. Has to pass it back to Kavanagh. Great shot. Plenty of power and a touch by the Truro defenders. Left to Griffiths. Griffiths' pass goes straight into the middle of McConnell, but Griffiths comes away with it and then across towards McRae. Great challenge by Pugh, but Griffiths crosses it, cleared by Walker. Telford knocks the ball back into the Truro penalty area. McConnell's header goes to Griffiths. McRae not able to turn and hit it towards goal. A sort of a back heel which caused no problems for Sandercombe eventually, but Truro's defence, they're looking a little bit rocky. Then Piper has another chance to clear. It's a longer one this time. Flicked on by Griffiths. Dundas running onto this one. Oh no, will the referee decide that McConnell, professional foul on the, yes, straight red by the Truro number two, for a diving challenge on Craig Dundas there on a goal, and that makes the afternoon just that little bit worse for Truro. 2 goals down, 2 minutes to go, and now a man being shown the red card. Sandercombe right behind the wall at the moment. Kavanagh with a kick. And right behind the wall, and he couldn't move to his left quick enough to stop that ball reaching the back of the net. And that's now disaster for Truro this afternoon. Truro City 0, Sutton United 3.
Basingstoke, an extremely strong team. 8 players signed over the summer with Football League and our conference experience. Extremely strong team. Also unbeaten in the last 6 games and lying 5th in the table as we're a quarter of the season gone. Truro, of course, settling in 10th place. Basingstoke's manager, Frank Gray, the former Scottish international with 32 caps, 1982 World Cup player, full-time professional with Leeds, Sunderland, Nottingham Forest and Darlington. 2 European Cup finals and a Cup final winners' medal. Played under Brian Clough, Don Revie and his brother Eddie Gray. A rare opportunity to see one of the great players of the game, manager Frank Gray. Warner. Macaulay. Aaron Pugh, a good header clear there. Basingstoke moving the ball out to the right flank now. Oh, it's gone in, it's a goal to Basingstoke. Looked like it was Delano, Sam York.
Yeah, disappointing. Obviously, a little bit of luck with the deflection, which worked its way through to the lad at the back post, who took a little bit of a gamble and followed through and got on the end of it. It come from a good passage of play, to be fair, but we'll be disappointed. Lucky deflection, and it's just run all the way through, and he's put it away. Easy chance, really, and 1-0 down, all to play for.
Hales, lovely ball inside to Marcus Martin. Oh, good save there by Ashley Bays. Good shot by Martin. Headed on. And down the right. Sam Wood with the ball again. And a good tackle there. A good tackle by Ed Palmer. Saving tackle. Ball down Barry McConnell. Barry McConnell inside Joe Broad. Nice ball out to Andy Watkins. Back to Barry McConnell. All the balls through there. Sills is there. And a second goal.
That's desperately disappointing, that one. Gave the ball away. The guys have won it, and it's just a long ball over the top, you know, quite a routine ball over the top. Maybe our line wasn't quite right, and the lads got him behind, and just a sloppy goal. The boys will be absolutely devastated with that, and to go 2-0 down so quickly after the first goal, that's a real blow. But got a lot of character in the side, but we need to get something on the board pretty soon.
Looking to push it forward, long ball down, trying to find Marcus Martin. Andy Watkins there, that looks like that is a penalty. Andy Watkins literally flattened in the area there. and a penalty to Truro. This is a great opportunity to get back into the match. Truro here, Walker takes it, and a great goal, yes. Well taken, top left-hand corner of the net. Excellent penalty. Scott Walker, cross ball. Barry Hales in a decent position, lays it off to Marcus Martin. Andy Taylor crosses the ball. Goal! Marcus Martin inches past the post.
Great bit of play again. I think the times when we've got the ball down, we've caused them a lot of problems. Great play out wide. Andy Taylor, great ball into the box, and Marcus is, that would have been a trademark Marcus Martin goal, really. Great downward header. Just looked like from here, looked inches wide of the goal, but really much more promising. That's the sort of way we're going to have success today. Just trying to play in and around them, getting balls into the box. We need more of that, and I'm sure we're looking strong as the game's going on now. So I'm sure we'll create more chances.
Scott Walker with the free kick. Oh, a tremendous free kick there by Scott Walker, and an equally fine save by the keeper. Yes, the two danger men are in the middle. Sills and Sam York, both big players. They're waiting for the free kick, and in it comes. Oh, and there it is, the third goal there. Somewhat confusion in the Truro defence, to say it mildly. There was a certain amount of ball watching going on, and the ball wasn't cleared in the first place.
Boys just didn't defend it well. We said we didn't want to give free kicks in that area. Ironically, the delivery wasn't really that good, but just sort of spooned up in the air, and it just looked like we had 2 or 3 players going for the same ball. In the end, it dropped to the Basingstoke player, who just had a quite simple header home. Sloppy goal again, really. That's what's disappointing. It's not come from real quality, which they've obviously got, but it's not come from real quality. It's come from sloppiness.
Truro still pressing. Must get back into this game. Joe Broad pushes it through. Barry Hales again in the box. Barry Hales trying to get round his man. Joe Broad, and Joe Broad pushes it back to Ed Palmer. Ed Palmer, a high one downfield. Barry Hales looking to get under it, flicks it on, and there's Andy Watkins. Andy Watkins giving it a chance. Oh, and over the bar from practically inside the 6-yard box. Barry Hales, Marcus Martin under it, pushed forward now. Sills, what a chance! Oh, what a goal! What a goal!
Well, that's typical, isn't it? One end, great opportunity to get back in the game, and then just a real bit of quality. We said about maybe the first 3 goals, disappointing, perhaps mistakes. That one's just a real bit of class. Ball over the top, and he has absolutely lashed that over Tim Sanicum. Absolutely no chance. 4-1, it's going to be difficult now.
Ed Palmer's going to put a long ball across. Andy Watkins gets it. Lovely touch by Andy Watkins. He's round one man, he hits. Blocked there, good move by Andy Watkins. Oh, he's gone in and they're caught in the head. Truro players appealing. Andy Watkins taking a kick to the head there.
I've got to say, those ones always really frustrate me. I mean, if that's anywhere else on the pitch, that's a free kick. But because it's in the box, the referee's decided that he's not going to give anything. There's no doubt it was a high foot. Andy put his head, he didn't put his head down, he went to win the header. I think, like I say, anywhere else on the pitch, that's a free kick, but he's already given a penalty. It's in the box. I don't think you get many of them, unfortunately.
Hales under it. Hales does brilliantly there, gets round his man, and the ball's coming through. That's Andy Watkins, and around one man. Andy Watkins into the box, pushes it wide for Dan Smith. And a good cross, there's a chance. Oh, what a save, a chance there for Affle. Joe Broad pushes square. Ed Palmer looking up, puts a long ball through. Dan Smith running onto it, a lovely through ball there by Ed Palmer. And there's a chance, there's a miss. Oh dear, a chance for, oh, what a save by Ashley Bays. Unfortunately, can't get the ball across. Sills there, heads it on. Aaron Pugh hopefully gets there. Not a very good pass back by Aaron Pugh, and unfortunately Basingstoke score 5. Dan Smith on the wing unfortunately falls. It's got the ball back though. Dan Smith running at them, is on the edge of the area, pushes it in. Les Affle with a chance. That looks like a penalty. Yes.
Yeah, see, that frustrates me. The ref, it was an absolute stonewall penalty. The referee, again, didn't want to give it, had to rely on his linesman who could see it. I mean, we could see from here it was an absolute blatant penalty. Les turned the defender, he left his leg out, sloppy decision from the defender, and it's a blatant penalty. I don't know why they're complaining. Hopefully Scotty can just notch his second, just add a little respectability maybe to the score.
Scott Walker, yes, excellent.
Yeah, another great strike from Scotty. You know, he's sixth for the season. It's a great return from Scotty from left back. You know, he's deserved that. He probably has been our bright spark on the day. He's worked really hard, but to be honest, it's scant consolation really. 5-2 now.
Welcome and good evening to Truro Road. Blue Square Bet South football this evening between Truro City and Farnborough. Visitors Farnborough come here as last season's second place in the league, but nothing like title contenders this season. Last year they lost out in a playoff final against Ebbsfleet. Tonight they're in 18th position, 5 games without a win and 2 games without a goal. Truro City, well, what a great result Saturday, 2-1 up at Dartford. Who would have expected that? Most of us were expecting absolute hiding, but they came away with a win, a great result. Lee Hodges changed the lineup tactically and personnel. Of course, if City do pick up that win tonight, it'll be their first victory at Truro Road since August the 20th. That 1-0 victory against Dover, when we were all talking about promotion, championships, playoffs, you name it, we wanted it. Again, Farnborough break quickly. Murphy on the ball. Has a shot at goal, saved by Sandercombe. Corner comes in. And it's a goal.
That's a soft goal.
But falls nicely to Truro. Yeton. It's Watkins moving forward. Fast break, but a great save by the keeper, Somerville. Still City in possession. Les Affle now. Takes on his man, Webb. Goes outside of him, into the box. Looks at the cross. A little push by the defender, and it's a penalty. And Scott Walker, no doubt, will be taking this one. Top scorer at the moment. This could add to his tally. We'll be expecting the skipper to tell us exactly how many he scored after this one. Walker steps up and into the top left-hand corner as we look at it. Truro 1, Farnborough 1.
I can't tell you how many he scored, Dave, but I tell you that's the best one he's scored so far. That was an absolute cracker. He's got great technique, Scotty, and always fancy him from 12 yards. But you know, that's got us back into the game now. We need to try and kick on from there.
That's rather a soft penalty, but we'll take everything we can at the moment. Hales on the ball, inside towards Yeton. Yeton to Watkins. Watkins on the break. He'll get there with his pace. Hales is on the edge. It goes back to Hales. He steps over it. Yeton with a shot. And what a brilliant goal! Top corner of the net, Stuart Yeton.
Get in there. I'm buzzing for Yetzi. He's, you know, he hasn't necessarily had a lot of goals recently, but he's deserved that for last week, and he started well again today. That is a great finish. Great play down the right-hand side, and cracking cutback. Barry Hales step over. Yetzi, no mistake. Get in there.
So, one player less at the moment for Farnborough. Corner comes in, and it's a header by Les Affle, and completely unmarked, 3-1.
That is the target man, the big man. Got rose like a salmon, poor marking. Great delivery, but Les just pulled off, found a yard, and just managed to get a little header on it, and just goes to prove you don't have to be 6'3" and 200 pounds to win the headers. Great header by Les, and puts us in a good spot now, really good spot.
Holland, the goal scorer. Inside to Appiah. Shut down by Broad, so Appiah having to pass it back again to Holland, and Truro winning possession again. Hales on it. Yeton's making the run. 1-2 with him, but unfortunately Hales slipped. He's still in possession. Back to Yeton again. Yeton to Affle, and that's an absolutely perfect goal. 4-1. Les Affle just having to tap it in.
That is a cracking goal. But I tell you what, Stuart Yeton's absolutely running the show in the centre of midfield. Great little 1-2 with Barry Hales, and I thought Stu's going to absolutely smash this. I think he would have maybe if he hadn't got his goal, but he squared it and it's an easy tap in. But that's a cracking goal, really good play. At the moment, it's going well.
Bygrove, Appiah making the run, but it's cut out by Clay. Clay inside to Affle. Affle with Yeton as an option, which he uses. Great pass by Yeton into the path of Watkins. Can he make this 5? He does, no problem.
Yeah, again, carved them apart. Great run, Andy Watkins. He scores them a threat. But yeah, again, it's come from the skipper in the middle. He's picked the ball up, slotted it through, and wow, you know, it's just been a great reaction to that goal. And to be honest, we've been deserving. And the way Farnborough are looking at the moment, it could be any amount of goals now. Really could.
Yeton out to Watkins. Watkins cuts inside. And Yeton with a delicate little flick towards the goal makes it 6-1.
Wow, what is he on? I want some of it. He's been superb yet again, coming down that right-hand side. Andy Watkins, not really see how he finished that, but it just seemed to loop over the keeper. It's a great finish, and it's nothing less than he's deserved. Absolutely fantastic performance by him and the boys. And like I say, it's 6 now. This could be double figures quite easily.
A little ball by Clay again to Watkins. Watkins coming inside, Hales, and that just about sums up the first half. Hales with a 7th goal for City.
Wow, loving it. Great ball in again in the channel. Danny Clay, good ball. He's been superb as well. First half, those 3 in midfield all have been. Little ball in behind and maybe a little lucky break, but Barry Hales, when he gets that far out, he ain't going to miss that one. 7-1. If I was Farmer now, I'd just ask the ref if we can go home.
Get that coach engine running, I would say. Subs tonight: Andy Taylor, Lee Hodges, Dan Smith, Cody Cook and Aaron Pugh. And perhaps some of those will be hoping to get on to this game soon, as it's drilled through Andy Watkins, and Watkins doesn't hang around. 8-1.
Yeah, more great football. You know, lovely little 1-2. Wasn't sure whether Andy was going to square it, but just put his right foot through the back of the ball, and that's 8. And to be honest, it's no more than I expected. Like I said before, before the end of the first half, Farm just looked like they'd given up the ghost a little bit, and wouldn't be surprised if there was still more to come. We'll see. But to be honest, it's great to see all the boys getting on the score sheet. You know, a few of the guys haven't scored as many goals they would have liked to as they're used to, and that will only build their confidence. That's a bad tackle.
Bad tackle there, and a red card. Referee instantly giving the red card, showing it to number 11, Joshua Pearson. Watkins is down, Pearson is off. Drew back in possession, Cody Cook. A shot by number 10, Alex Woodyard. Sandercombe having to dive to his right and push the ball away.
Yeah, I've actually been, of the other players, Farmer players, have been impressed by Woodard. He's kept going, he's kept trying. That was a good strike, but good to see Tim stay switched on and pushed it around the post quite comfortably, really.
Corner comes in, Murphy with the ball, and a header by Bygrave, and it's now Truro 8, Farnborough 2. Well, Truro City skipper Stuart Yeton, 8-2 against Farnborough. What do you say about that?
It's just a great result from the lads. Obviously, tough time at the minute. I think after last Saturday, where we've lost 7-2, I think we bounced back fantastically. Attitudes in training has been fantastic. Odgie's got all the boys going again. You know, we're missing a couple of players, but I just think it goes to show the team spirit we've got. This club's fantastic.
Well, the game itself, 5 minutes in and a goal down. Who would have possibly thought at half-time you're going to be 7-1 up?
Yeah, football's a funny old game, I think. But like I said, we've gone one down. We've been professional. We attack with pace, and when you've got people like Les, Andy Watkins, and Baz who holds it up, and we can run off him. If those boys are on song, we can rip a lot of sides to pieces. I think, and I think tonight, we've had a bit of luck as well. A few of the things that we've, pretty much everything we hit in the first half went in. But that's football sometimes, and we have enough bad results. I think we've got to enjoy it when we have a good result as well.
And of course, you yourself playing a slightly reserved role, slightly off the front line. You enjoying that?
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, obviously, I say to Marcus now, so it's easy playing this. It is nice to play, just to be on the pitch. I mean, I've been a bit frustrated at times. I've not really played at front all season, but Odgie knows what I'm about, and I'll play anywhere on the pitch. And just as long as I get a chance, I'll work my hardest for the team. And if I have a good game here and there, ideal.
And of course, man of the match tonight, scored 2 goals. Tell us about the goals.
Yeah, a couple of nice goals. I don't think I've scored for about 8 or 9 months, so I've been on a bit of a goal drought. But yeah, it's just nice to score. I mean, 2 good goals as well. I'm really pleased. Again, I think Andy Watkins has set them both up. and like I said, you know, if he's breaking on any side or Les is breaking on any side, if you get in the box, those two are capable of creating chances for you. So, you know, I've got to give those two a lot of credit tonight. I think they've caused a lot of problems.
And final question, any chance of those beards coming off soon?
There's only 3 of us left now, I think. Me, Jake and Baz. Brody's still got a beard, but he cheated because he shaved halfway through. But this bad boy's staying for Christmas, I think.
OK, thanks very much, Stuart. Great result tonight and a great win. Let's not worry too much about the official forecast for the weather today of cloudy with outbreaks of rain. It's already raining, but it's going to be stormy here for the next few days. Certainly stormy off the pitch as Truro City Football Club are going through a bit of turmoil, but on the pitch as well today we're looking for some red hot temperature as Woking are the visitors to Truro City Truro Road. Woking come here with just 1 defeat out of 14 games, and for Truro it's going to be a hard fixture. Truro though are in 8th place after their stunning 8-2 victory against Farnborough on Tuesday night, and that takes them to within 4 points of a playoff place. But many are thinking the harder fixture will come on Monday for Truro when they appear in court to contest a 6-figure claim that the Revenues and Custom have got against them for a tax bill. We'll wait and see. For a long time now, a few weeks, the dark clouds have been hovering over Truro Road here, but Chairman Kevin Heaney is confident that he's going to win this game as well. Perhaps not so confident are the players and supporters alike who would like to have seen some more regular communications coming out from the club. But we'll have to wait and see. For the moment, it's Truro versus Woking. So good afternoon to everyone. Truro Road, Truro City versus Woking. Blue Square Bet South. Woking leaders as we start the day. And the Truro City in 8th place. And it's Woking in possession at the moment. Also welcome to club skipper Jake Ash once more alongside me.
Afternoon, Dave. Looking forward to this one. Should be a good game. Obviously, top of the league, so it's going to be a tricky game. But you know, boys should be full of confidence after Tuesday, so should be a good game. Looking forward to it.
Barry Hales putting in Les Apple through. Apple with a good chance early on. He chips the keeper, and it's a goal. Just literally 36 seconds on the clock.
Get in there. What a start! Great ball through there. Woking got caught really, really high up the pitch. Les got in with pace. He was always going to get through. It was just a case of then whether he could finish it. And what a lovely little dink just over the keeper, agonising. Thought he was going to get there, but he just got enough on it. Good start.
No, Truro can do something with this. We hope not, but it comes out to the number 9, Adamola. Adamola to take on Walker. Goes outside of him. Then the ball across the box to the far post, and there's the equaliser. At that far post, it's congratulations to Adamola, but it went right across the box. Karangtang is the scorer, number 11.
Yeah, it's disappointing. I mean, it's the first time they've really got forward and had an attack. The lad done well on the outside, got a cross in. Unfortunately, the deflection just fell for nicely for the 11, and Karangtang obviously made it 1-1. But you know, we don't need to be disappointed. You know, we're still well in the game. Boys need to get their heads up and go again. I'm sure we'll create chances.
Newton this time with a better pass, keeping it on the pitch. Hammond in control. Inns, long ball forward towards Hammond. Hammond turns inside, gets away from Broad, and then great pass to Cowan Hall. Cowan Hall chips the keeper, and it's a goal there to make it 2-1.
Well, I mean, it's difficult from here, but he certainly looked offside. You know, the ball back round the corner. I get a better view on the camera, but he definitely looked offside. But you know, he's got in, and when he has got in, waiting for the flag to go up. It's a great little finish, and you know, it's 2-1. It's really, to be honest, it didn't look like it was coming. Neither side really looked like scoring, but that's their second attack of the game. It's their second goal.
Ricketts for the free kick towards Doyle. Tussle there, ends up back at Doyle's feet. Ball up in the air. Sandercombe came out, got a punch to it, but now surely Steve Adams with time, or making time. Son of a good player there, getting the ball away, and Truro breaking forward. Yeton now. Broad out to Smith. Smith keeps it in play down that right. Has Doyle to take on. Yetton stepped over it. Hales has a shot, and Affle couldn't perhaps quite get a touch to it.
Yeah, unlucky. Good bit of play. You know, we've looked dangerous when we've got down that right-hand side again. We caused Farnborough problems on Tuesday, and
that ball was put through by Ademola. Cowan Hall not getting onto that one. Keep controls. Truro now breaking. Les Affle steps by Inns, but couldn't get past Newton, and Newton's ball to Hammond. Hammond's seen Ademola inside of him. Goes into the run of number 9, and it's there over the keeper and over his outstretched arm into the back of the net. Truro 1, Woking 3.
that's disappointing. It's come from Les losing it, you know, high up the pitch. Just didn't quite make the decision quick enough. You know, they've broken us quickly, slipped it in behind. The lads taken that very, very well. It's a great finish. But again, it's only really the third or fourth attack they've had. You know, but they've been clinical, so you know, fair play. But desperately disappointing just before half-time.
King misses that one. Falls to Hales. Hales to Affle. Affle inside to Stuart Yetton. Yetton went to pass it back to Affle, but looked like the Truro's number 11 run was blocked. Walker's, well, question whether that should have been a foul throw or not.
Well, I think if it comes back into the field of play, I think it should be a foul throw, really. But I enjoyed that anyway.
Let's see if we can start all over again from the back. Tim Sandercombe with a long clearance aimed towards Barry Hales. Hales goes over him and it's cleared by Inns. Walker and Hammond tussling for the ball. The assistant referee loses his flag. So we're just going through an untidy spell here, I think, Jake, you would describe it as?
Yeah, I think sums the game up a little bit. It's been a little bit like that, a little bit sort of hit and miss and fits and starts. And yeah, the linesman summed it up there, and I think he's properly broken it as well. Scott will try and curl this one to the goalie's right, top left as we look at it. He'll try and whip it into that top corner.
Let's see if he can do that. Here he comes. Well, it's along the deck, in fact, but forced a good save out of the keeper, and then a free kick against Yetton. Palmer flicks it on. Hales. Looked as if it's certainly a touch of a handball there, but eventually falls to Yetton. Almighty scramble there in the box. Eventually Hales trying to scoop it out, but Aaron Howe dives on it. Free kick comes in, far post, met by Inns, keeps it in play, up goes the header, Doyle's header, and then it's flicked in by Alan Inns with the header, and almighty mess on the goal line there, but too many yellow shirts.
Yeah, it's a great delivery, great ball into the box, and you know, he's won the first header, and then I think maybe perhaps Tim might be a bit disappointed with the second one. He just kind of pushed it up into the air, and their lad's just really gone for it on the line, put his body on the line, and just managed to get a touch on it to see it home. Obviously 4-1 now, looks like game over.
It's been yet another interesting week in the life of Truro City Football Club. It started here 7 days ago when Les Affle gave City the lead after just 36 seconds against Woking, and for a moment we thought a shock win might just have been on the cards. It wasn't to be, though, as 7 minutes later the score was level and the league leaders went on to win 4-1. 3 days later and the venue changed to the High Court in London, with the opposition just as formidable as Chairman Kevin Heaney took on the Revenue and Customs. You could say he came out of that one with a draw. The replay set for the 16th of January next year. That allows the club time to raise the cash by, it was suggested, a number of ways. Either a related company selling property, one assumes that could be a deal by one of Mr Heaney's companies, or a deal being struck on the sale of where we are now, Truro City Football Ground. Or just as intriguingly, some outside investors putting money into the club, which would enable the tax bill to be settled. A day after the High Court case, we were told that there's going to be an open meeting. Perhaps a little too late for some people's liking, but here on Wednesday at 7 o'clock, everyone's invited to come along, and perhaps, hopefully, via a question and answer session, more will be revealed on how the club intends to ensure its long-term success. Curiously enough, today's opponents, Welling United, had similar problems last season, nearly going bust if it hadn't have been for the supporters chipping in and raising £90,000 for the club to pay off debts. This season on the pitch, it looks good for Welling as they start the match in third, but current form has dropped off slightly with only 2 wins in their last 6 games. Meanwhile, Truro look likely to make a swap in midfield as Joe Broad starts a 3-game suspension and Danny Clay returns from his ban. On the injury front, striker Andy Watkins and skipper Jake Ash both worked out in Thursday's training session, but as we've just seen, they're not starting the game. Watkins on the bench, Ash hopefully alongside me in the commentating room. So, Truro City against Welling. Truro in the normal all-white. Welling kicking towards the County Hall end in all blue today. And as I said in the match build-up, Jake Ash not on the subs bench this afternoon, but instead alongside me. And we'll come back to Jake in a minute as Affle breaks early like he did last week. The shot on goal hits the bar right across the face of the goal and off for a throw-in.
What a start that would have been. Great little touch from Stuart, and Les just showed his pace, got him behind the left back. It's a great effort. I mean, that shows real intent from the boys early on, straight out the blocks. It was unlucky not to be 1-0 up after 30 seconds again from Les.
Well, in breaking, top goal scorer Andy Pugh on the ball. Shut down by Adams, but he gets a cross in. This is dangerous. This is Pugh again, and Pugh with a shot. It's 1-0, 4 minutes on the clock.
It's a lovely bit of football from Welling there. It's the first time they've strung 3 or 4 passes together. Lovely little give and go on the edge of the box. It looked like it was going to find a way through, but in the end, it was just a lucky ricochet, really.
Corner comes in. Too high for everyone, but Martin races around to the far post, knocks it in, and Hales with the equaliser. Barry Hales, 9 minutes.
Yeah, it was all about Marcus Martin there. Long corner, looked like it was a lost cause. Marcus didn't give up on it. Skipper turned it back in with his left foot. It was a great little ball, just perfect height for Barry Hales to again redirect, show that little bit of class and stick it right in the corner. And to be honest, it's the least we deserve, but it's been a really good start.
And Martin perhaps thinking he might have won a free kick, but it's Pearce moving forward, lining up for a shot. Good save by Sandercombe. And out comes Akipong with the ball. Big number 5 for Welling. Then a long ball forward. Andy Pugh, touch to Pearce. Pearce inside steps forward, but a good save by Sandercombe. Yeton does well, turns inside, aims towards goal, and it's a free kick given away by Sandbrook. Now this one could be dangerous.
Yeah, definite Scott Walker territory here. We'll definitely look to curl this one. I got it wrong last week when I said he put it in the top corner. I got which side he'd go for, right? And I'm sticking with my guns. I think he's going to curl it right in the goalie's top right-hand corner, 2-1.
Referee making sure that the wall is back, 10 yards, in comes the kick. Oh, and a great save by Thomas.
I tell you what, I was inches from calling it spot on, but what a save. I was up celebrating. The goalie, it was almost behind him. He's managed to get his right hand to it somehow. That is a fantastic save.
Walker with a kick. Yeton couldn't quite get a clean touch, then a rasping shot by Martin, saved by Thomas. Pearce now on the ball. Back to Uberstaller, then the first time ball towards Jamie Day. Well done by Aaron Pugh there. But then they did well to come back onto the play, and then Pugh's lunging tackle towards Pearce, and it's a penalty.
Yeah, listen, we say what we like about the referee. He's got that one spot on.
So Andy Pugh with the penalty. Steps forward, and it's a save by Tim Sandercombe. Diving to his left, pushes the ball around the upright, and a great save by the Truro's number 1.
Good. I've got to be honest, I thought the penalty decision itself was right, but it's been against the run of play. But Tim got down, guessed the right way, went down low, kept us right in the game.
Comes the corner, about to come in. Oh, but sucker punch there. Pearce gets a header, and it's 2-1 to Welling.
That is so disappointing, and I'm certain the gaffer's going to be devastated at that. One thing we said before the game, we had to defend set pieces right. We had to make sure we picked our men up and we stayed with them. We didn't give them free headers. He had too much space in the middle. He's been a threat the whole game, in the air and on the deck. He's probably got what he's deserved. He's been their best player, but it's against the run of the play, but poor defending from set pieces.
And eventually Dan Smith trying to get some time on the ball, but challenged by Cumbers. as Welling break forward. Andy Pugh to Pyrrhus. Is Pyrrhus going to make it 3-1? Good save by Sandercombe, coming out and diving at the number 11's feet. He's blocked. Now Welling with a chance to break. Pyrrhus on the ball. Andy Pugh coming out right. Pyrrhus going down that left inside of Jamie Day, lining up to shoot. He does. Sandercombe, well, I'm not sure whether Sandercombe thought that was going wide or he just couldn't get there.
Yeah, you're right, Dave. It's difficult to tell from this angle. In fact, you know, certainly found the corner, so maybe Tim couldn't get there. But yet again, we've been done on the break. We've gone from being on the attack, the transition through back into defence isn't good enough for us. And we've got caught in the break. He's come today in the middle. The player manager, he's got a lot of quality on the ball, and he's looked up, picked his spot, and 3-1.
True, breaking forward. Stuart Yetton. Wow, it goes past one, and then it's a lunging tackle by Fisackley on the edge of the box. Yellow card for the Welling number 2. Morton takes it, comes off the Welling man on the edge of the wall, and it's there. A shot from Barry McConnell, which, as Jake said, would make the last couple of minutes interesting.
Yeah, superb. That does make it interesting. Free kick looked like it might have been a handball on the edge of the wall there. Fell to Barry McConnell, and it's a good shot low down. Maybe felt the keeper might have done a little bit better, but just found the bottom corner. I don't think I've ever seen Baz score from outside the box. So, but listen, back in it, couple of minutes.
Steve Adams going up as well. Ball comes in, up goes Pugh, gets a header to it. Little flick on by Yetton. It's a scramble there in the box, but cleared.
Just needed a little bit of luck just for it to drop to us. Ball was bobbling around. I couldn't see what the hell was going on.
Welcome once again to Truro Road. On the pitch, we know it's Truro City versus Tunbridge Angels. Off the pitch, we're still a little bit in the dark about what's happening about this outstanding tax bill, and we're not sure whether Chairman Mr Heaney is any closer to that payment. And whilst we are in that position, there's that big black cloud hovering over Truro Road. We had no action to speak of in the last fortnight on the pitch, but we did have the open meeting where the fans were allowed to come in and chat to Mr Heaney, ask him some questions. He came under close scrutiny, but the one big question that failed to be answered, in my opinion, was the fact that are we going to see this tax bill paid? Are we going to see the players being paid? And the answer was hopefully. So one has to ask the question, are we going to be here on the 16th of January onwards? So let's enjoy today's game. Truro City versus Tunbridge Angels. Tunbridge are flying up the table at the moment, 7th place after a great midweek victory against Sutton. That win was secured by a goal from their top scorer, Franny Collin, 24-year-old ex-Gillingham striker, and he's certainly one to look out for today, as he's 16 goals on the goal scoring sheet, top scorer in the league, and certainly Lee Hodges has already picked him out to one to look out for. Also, bearing in mind the dire defence records of both sides and the recent glut of goals we've had here at Truro Road, we're looking forward to a cracking game. For City, Joe Broad still suspended, serving his second game, but the good news is club skipper Jake Ash is back in the squad, back in contention, and he'll be hoping to be out there back on the pitch. A win today against Tunbridge, 3 points in the bag, and we're still actually in with a place of a promotion playoff. Les Athel fortunate to come away with that ball, passes to Yetton, and then Yetton getting McConnell in action down the right. McConnell early ball to Watkins. Watkins crosses it towards Yetton. Yetton gets up with a header. Athel on the ball, knocks it back to Ash. Ash with a great shot which comes off the central defender. Pinch in the air, but Adams able to mop up as Truro break forward again. Hales trying to get the ball into Athel. Athel doing well with pace, and well, challenged there by the central defender Sonny Miles. Again, appeals for a penalty, but referee having nothing of it. McConnell with a free kick aimed towards Ash. Ash heads it in to Hales. Hales turns, gets the shot, but it's blocked. Then Ash with another shot, and hitting the upright there is Tunbridge glad to end up hacking it out of play for a throw in. McConnell with the throw. Ash again back to the thrower. Another cross coming in. This time Hales couldn't quite get to it. Athel with a shot, and Athel with the goal. 21 minutes on the clock, and it was a shot through the number of players in the box there. Lee Morgan having no chance as it found the corner of the net. Truro City 1, Tunbridge Angels 0. Inside to Martin, to Barry Hales. Hales turns to number 6, Miles, but not able to get past him. Perhaps suggested a free kick as Affle intercepts Morgan's clearance. Affle with a chance of a second goal, but a brilliant header off the line by Ben Judge there. Hales racing to get that ball, keep it in play. Watkins has moved inside the box. Hales takes on one player, little chip across to Yetton. Yetton with a brilliant attempt, but we were asking perhaps a little bit too much there for the Truro number 9 to get that ball into the back of the net. But a great move forward by Truro. Tunbridge end, but McConnell shouting, winning the ball, bounces nicely off him and then to Hales. Hales to Watkins. Watkins gets past Heath and a shot hits the post. And then, Hales follows up, but his effort just wide off a Tunbridge player. City break the Tunbridge attack down as Affle teasing and twisting and turning as he eventually passes it back to Martin. And then Ash, the outside of his foot, a great pass to Andy Watkins. Watkins with a shot on goal, across the face of the goal. Morgan not getting to it, but just wide. Henry's cross is caught by Olarundo. Little ball towards that far post. Sandercombe doing well, going down. Watkins winning the free kick, which Walker takes. It's headed away, but only as far as Les Affle. Little ball into Yetton. Yetton with time. And again, shot from this right side of the penalty area, going right across the face of the goal. Inches away from the post, but still, that second goal for City is proving elusive on the right flank this time. Beecroft, long ball forward over Walker. Franny Collin taking on Pugh. Pugh can't challenge that time, but Adams heads it away. And then a great block by Sandercombe. And also double substitution. Lots of players lining up on the edge of the box. Walder's throw comes in. He's headed down, but only as far as Beecroft, and his shot was touched over by Sandercombe. Up goes the number 6, Sonny Miles, hitting the upright and going off for a goal kick. Palmer doesn't get there cleanly, but McConnell heads it away. Still on the edge of that box, as it's a shot by Olarundo, which Sandercombe anticipated, moved to his right, just a pace or so to his right, and was able to save it again. Oh, and now the referee's decided that he's taken longer than the 6 seconds. He's thrown the ball away, so that's also going to be at least a yellow card. So, I can't remember the last time I saw a referee give a free kick for this, but a judge to have taken longer than the permitted 6 seconds to release the ball, and it's a free kick. Obviously just inside the Truro penalty area. Danny Walder on the ball, Franny Collin is, so Story and Kinch. Looks as if it'll be the top goal scorer of the league, Franny Collin. That'll end up having a shot at goal here. It's nearly every man in the wall for Truro. It's touched to Collin and it's cleared. And then Sandercombe, somehow it ended up in Sandercombe's arms. This time he doesn't hang around. Goes out to Walker. Truro break forward to Danny Smith. Ed Palmer is here on this far side. If Smith can find him, he does. Ed Palmer with a chance to wrap this game up, and he does. 4 minutes into it, stoppage time. Ed Palmer making sure that Truro City will pick up 3 points here this afternoon. Good ball from Walker to Smith. Walker seeing Palmer free in the penalty area. Palmer took his time but did well and made it Truro 2, Tunbridge 0. Well, Lee Hodges, what can I say? Truro 2, Tunbridge 0. It's like a cup tie come the end.
There you go. We played a team today who are right on form, and You know, any team that goes to Sutton and gets a result, you know, they're some team, and it proves it. The last few games they've been right up there. But today, the boys showed everything about this club. They give it their all, and at the end, I think we'd have been unfortunate to concede right there. It was a little bit backs to the wall, and the boys were a little bit tired, but they all hung in there, and it was great to finish it off right to death.
I mean, it took a while for the goal to come, Les Affle giving you the lead, but it took an awful long time from then for you to defend that goal. You haven't kept too many clean sheets this season, so what are you thinking?
No, yeah, especially, you know, it was 1-0, we've hit the inside of the post twice, they've cleared one off the line, and you have got that lead and you're still thinking, is it going to be our day? Is it going to be our day? You know, and in the last few games we have had problems defending our goal, and today every one of them stood out, put their chests out and said, I'm going to defend this goal, and they done it with everything. I'm so proud of them today, really am.
Yeah, and substitutions, you took it a long time before making any. It was in the last 10 minutes. What's the reasoning behind that?
Yeah, the reason behind that is because there wasn't much wrong. You know, I was pleased with what was going on there, and I just felt that they just all run out of steam, and it was a case of fresh legs, get on there and do your part. So, no, I was just proud of everyone.
And what about that last second there, that free kick for Tim holding onto the ball for too long? How many times do you see that?
Yeah, I think the referee got a little bit excited with himself there. I think possibly he held one on too longer, and all of a sudden, you know, we're saying to the ref the time's up and we're calling for it. He just turns around and decides to give him a free kick. You know, I was a little bit disappointed with that, and I just think he got a little bit carried away with everything. But again, the boys held strong, and to go up the other end and score like we did to kill the game off, you know, it meant to everyone on the park, it meant to everyone on the bench, and I think it meant to everything in the, you know, all those fans as well who come and cheer us on. I think it meant a lot for everyone.
And Ed Palmer, let's have a word with him. He's had his critics this season so far, but he was calm, cool, collected and put it away.
Yeah, it's a shame for Ed because he's been in and out of the team and he must be really frustrated, but when he comes on, when he trains, he's absolutely spot on, and he's a great lad, and you know, I'm sure you know, that's probably his first goal, as you could say, not professional, but his first main goal, and no, very pleased for him because I asked him to do another job today. You know, he's a centre half, and I asked him to play left back, centre, right back, and then I asked him to play centre midfield. You know, and he just gets on with it. He's a good lad, and no, I was pleased to just finish the game off.
Now this is going to be going out on our DVD before Christmas, so if we can just spare a second and look back on the season so far. Lots of things off the pitch, but on the pitch, what stood out for you?
On the pitch, just the team being together, and you know, week in, week out, playing against teams who with a lot of quality and a lot of years playing in these higher divisions. And like I say, on the pitch, I've just been pleased with them. I think at times we're probably short of one or two players, but everyone who goes out there gives it their all. And no, up to now, I couldn't ask for any more of them.
We all got a bit carried away after 3 games. Truro City were going to get promoted. Was that too good a start? No. That start is perfect. You know, that's the start you want. But I don't think no one was seeing that. And of course, a lot of people did get carried away. I knew that I wouldn't get carried away with it. You know, and the next 4 games we went and lost. So it just comes about what happens in that 90 minutes and on the day. And at times we've been there and we've given it everything, and we've just got pipped. And other times we've rolled out our sleeves and just gone on to win. Every game we play is close, and it's a bit of a roller coaster up and down, but I'm sure the fans love it. The fans certainly love it today, and they love the fact that Truro City are this high in the conference football. What can you say about the future, though? Where do we go from here after today's win?
Well, all we'll do is we'll train hard again, and we'll go again for next week. You know, I'm hopeful that the club will be stabilised, and we'll just move on. But like I say, all the boys are out there just giving it their all, and I can't thank them enough for sticking by.
And we hear Danny Clay and Andy Taylor are moving on.
Yeah, Danny Clay and Andy Taylor have decided that they don't want to be part of it anymore, and they want to go to pastures new, and I don't stand in anybody's way. You know, if they want to be at the club, brilliant. You know, disappointed to lose them, but it's their decision at the end of the day, not mine, and we wish them all the best.
And I bet you can't wait to perhaps just add to the squad a little bit. Obviously at the moment you can't, but you must be waiting for the shackles to come off now.
Well, yeah, at the moment you can't do too much, you know, and with the group of players we've got, you sort of like look around, see if there's anything out there, but again, it's got to be right for the club, for anybody to come in when eventually, hopefully we'll get this embargoed out of the way.
And just one final question today, vital 3 points, because you look at the league table and you're within touching grasp of that playoff place at least. Does that sort of feature in your mind? Do you mention it to the players, come on lads, if we get a win today, we're certainly up amongst there?
No, I know we're not too far away, but no, in my head is if we're 4 points clear the bottom three in last game of the season, that's my job done, because this season it's all about survival, nothing more than that, and at the moment we're on target.
And a break with FA Trophy action next week.
Yeah, it's another break from the league, and you know, we've got to go back to Gloucester, and we didn't have a very good time there last. But you know, the cup's the cup, and like you say, we lost 7-2. I was bitterly disappointed with that, but we didn't lose no points about it. And our main aim is to stay in this league. But next week we'll be going there, giving it everything to try and get through in the next round of the cup.
Okay, thanks Lee for today. Great game, and a nice way to end before we run this video out for the Christmas presents.
Yeah, it was a lovely way to end, especially our home form's not been the greatest so far this season, so it was nice to finish with a win at home.